Parents, what is the difference between being firm and being harsh in correcting your child? It might sound similar, but the difference between being firm and being harsh in correcting a child is as different as light and day, as darkness as night. The result that comes from punishing a child or disciplining your child in a firm manner versus being harsh in correcting them is just massive. They are just opposite ends of the pole. My name is Seun Afolayan. I am your bliss catalyst. Follow me for unpopular tips that can transform your family and relationship instantly. Also, check out my website blisscatalyst.org for books and courses that can deliver the bliss that you have always wished for. I'm going to highlight 5 different results that you will get when you are firm with a child versus when you are harsh with your child in correcting them. The first thing is that when you are firm with your child, you will be taking out the weed from your field. But when you are harsh with your child, you will take out both the weed and the plant. Your child, of course, is the plant. And what you want to do is to take out the weed without uprooting the plant along with it. The person who is firm is careful enough, is controlled enough, is disciplined enough, is measured in their approach enough in order for them to remove the weed, to separate the weed from the plant, remove the weed effectively without destroying the plant. But the person who is harsh will go about it anyway, will lack the comportment and the composure to take out the weed without destroying the plant, and they eventually, inadvertently, in spite of their good intention, a lot of time they take out both the weed and the plant. And many people are suffering that today. What you went through in terms of someone correcting you are sometimes shattered people, and a lot of adults are struggling with that today. The second result that you will get when you are being firm versus when you are being harsh in correcting your child is that when you are a firm parent in correcting, you will raise a disciplined child. But when you are harsh as a parent, you're going to raise a harsh child. One of the most jarring facts about parenting is that your child will treat people the same way you are treating them. Your child will grow up to treat people the same way you are treating them. It does not matter what you tell them. You might pray from today till tomorrow. You can, load them up with Bible knowledge and whatever else. But what you do, how you treat them, that is exactly how they will be wired to treat other people. So when you are harsh to your child in correcting them, don't think you are going to raise a kind child that way. They are also going to grow up being harsh and lacking kindness. But when you are firm, they will then be a disciplined person, someone who can master the art of controlling them. Because being firm in correcting your child requires emotional control. And when you model that in correcting them, they will also grow up as an adult that can control their emotions. Your lack of control of your emotions, you're going to raise a child that also cannot control their emotions. All right? Now, also, when you are firm in raising your child, you are going to raise a child that is full of confidence. But when you are harsh in raising your child and in correcting them, you are going to raise a child that is full of fear. When you are being firm in correcting your child, you call out the goodness in them. You speak from their positives. You correct them, telling them that you are more than this. You are not a child of the devil. You cannot be a liar because you are a child of God. You are smarter than this. You are more intelligent than this. Those are the kind of languages that you use when you are correcting with firmness. You are more responsible than this. You are wiser than this. Your values are more than this. I know you. You are a good child and this is not you. And therefore, don't do this again. Those are the kind of language that you use to raise a child that is full of faith, because you call out the goodness in them. But you know what people do when they are being harsh in correcting? They go to the worst case scenario. Oh, a child has stolen pencil. Oh, you want to become an armed robber. You want to become, a thief in the society. Some of us, you witnessed that when you were growing up. Oh, somebody stole, and a lot of us stole when we were young. Come on, let's come off our high horse. I stole when I was young. Come and beat me. Yes, I did. A lot of us stole when we were young. But when we catch someone stealing now, maybe our children, we throw tantrum, we make it look like heaven is about to fall, and simply because we lack faith in ourselves. and therefore we transmit that same fear into the child. When you, especially the girl child, maybe a teenager or even a preteen, maybe she's dressing somehow, as a teenager, she likes her body and she feels, so I can wear this kind of fine dress and all that. Or sometimes they've seen other people wear some kind of dresses that are probably not appropriate. But how do we correct that? Sometimes you hear things like, oh, you think you are a big girl now, you think you want to be sleeping around, you want boys to be chasing you, oh, you want to become prostitute, oh, you fellow you. We go to the worst case scenario in addressing situations that can be addressed in a firm way. And what does that do? A lot of women have actually been wired to treat relationship with guys with a lot of fear. Many ladies will tell you that their sexuality was actually destroyed by such comments that were made repeatedly by their parents. They grew up attaching fear and unwanted pregnancy and all kinds of negativity, and growing up poor and humiliated by society. Those are the things that they've attached to anything that has to do with the opposite sex or sex itself. When they think sex, they are thinking unwanted pregnancy. They are thinking, I want to become a prostitute, I might grow up being poor, and all the negativities are the things they have attached to sex and to relationship with the opposite sex. And sometimes people have been destroyed that way. So when you are being firm, you call out the goodness in them and you build faith and confidence in them. When you are being harsh, you will go to the worst case scenario in addressing simple matters, and you paint a very negative picture in their mind that breeds a lot of fear. And fear goes to actually collect a lot of other bad behaviors. Fear will breed dishonesty. For instance, fear will breed a whole lot of other things. Fear will breed lack of trust. Fear will destroy the communication between both of you, because they will not be able to trust you. They will not be able to. Fear will destroy vulnerability, and fear will destroy intimacy with you, and fear will open them up to destroyers and agents of darkness that wants to go after their soul. That's what happens. So don't be the one to prepare your child for them to be taken advantage of out there by how you correct them. The fourth one is this: another result of being firm versus being harsh in correcting the child. When you are a firm parent, you will teach before correcting. But when you are a harsh parent, you will correct before teaching. And that in itself is a serious injustice that we do to a lot of children. One of the things that we don't talk about enough is how difficult teaching a child is. We don't talk enough about it, how difficult it is to teach a child. And most parents, a whole lot of parents, have not mastered how to teach. We only know how to correct. When it's time to teach, we do it anyhow. We do not pass the message across effectively. And when they don't behave well, when they do not carry out the exercise properly, we are hard to punish, and we are so eager to punish. As a firm parent, when you notice your child has misbehaved or has not done something that the way you thought they should do it, the first question you're asking yourself is, have I done a good job of teaching this child? Is this an opportunity to reinforce the lessons? Is this an opportunity for me to use a different approach in teaching that child? And until I've mastered that and I've put them on a path where they can master it, I do not have the right to actually correct. I do not have the right to punish them, because correcting before delivering effective teaching is simply an injustice. And you also can simply put yourself in their shoe and see how it feels. The last one is this: when you are firm, you will use correcting opportunity as opportunity to deliver life lessons. But when you are harsh, you will only deliver humiliation. When you are firm, you will deliver teachable moments. You will use the opportunity of correcting them as teachable moments to deliver important life lessons that they will never forget. But when you are harsh, you will lack the control and composure to deliver life lessons. Rather, what you will deliver is humiliation. And you can't do the two together. You cannot teach a child that you are humiliating, because when you start humiliating a child, what happens is that their capacity to retain knowledge shuts down. Rather, they become too emotional, they become too self-conscious. Instead of using their brain to analyze the situation, all they are thinking about is themselves, how bad they are, how poor they are, how all they are thinking in their mind is, something is wrong with me. Something is wrong with me. Something is wrong with me. And it's impossible to engage that mindset and also be able to listen to your lessons. It's not going to work. And that's what we need to know. Anytime you are being asked to a child, there is a soundtrack that keeps playing in their mind. Something must be wrong with me. That's why daddy is beating me like this. That's why mommy is, treating me, is speaking to me like that. Something must be wrong with me. And many people, many adults grow up with that soundtrack permanently playing in their mind. Something is wrong with me. And it's the simple reason why many people don't ever live up to their potential, because their confidence and their self-esteem has been damaged on the altar of harsh correction. So what do we need to do as parents? We must, first of all, the first and most important job as a parent is to parent yourself. The first and most important job for every parent is to parent ourselves. What does that mean? Control yourself and deal with issues from a place of wisdom, not just emotions. Calm your emotions down, control your, parent yourself, and then you gain the right to engage with wisdom and not just the emotions of the moment. And what do you need to do when there's a situation where somebody has done something wrong? The first thing is de-escalate the situation, relate with them, try to understand their thought process that has led to that error. And also, in relating with them and trying to understand their thought process, what will happen is that you will be able to see beyond the obvious. You may see your child may tell you a lie, but as a parent, you should interact with that child to the level where you understand why they are telling you a lie in that situation. Is it because my child has become so fearful of me that all they think about is how I'm going to punish them if they are truthful? Is that what is going on? Is it possible that my child is interacting with other folks in class that also lie, and therefore they are also trying to test their wits by lying to me? You cannot detect what is really going on. You can't see beyond the symptom if you do not de-escalate the situation and calm yourself down to relate with them. Because all you do when you are being harsh and you do not see beyond the obvious is that all you are going to be doing is treating symptoms. And as long as you're focused on the symptoms, the root cause will keep growing, and you'll find out that the same pattern will keep repeating itself and may show up later in life, in their life, in even a very bad situation, in worse situations. So de-escalate the situation, relate with them, see beyond the obvious, very important, and make sure that you are dealing not just with the symptoms but with the root cause. But that is only possible after you have parented yourself. I'm going to come back to talk more about parenting, correcting, and empathy. And as you parent yourself, as you control yourself to become a calm parent that can correct with firmness without being harsh, I wish you bliss.